Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, kids and kiddos, cardboard crawlers of all scales and locations. We are in the Cardboard Crawlers Outdoor Amphitheater, and we are in the George the Dog sponsored gate course here. We have the green FJ45, and I'm doing this video a little bit differently. Hope you're into a long one. It's definitely edited out longer than I anticipated, but it'll be interesting. We're doing same gates, 2 trucks. I don't have 2 controllers separate for these trucks, so I had to run these trucks completely. I just ran them back to back. And then the way I edited it is just a little differently than I normally would have. I tried to mix them up so I have shots of each truck going through each gate as we progress, as if we were having multiple camera angles running, on the course at different times. And so here we are, having a good time coming through the gate with the green FJ. And this is gate 1 right here. A little more difficult than I thought. I had my nephews over earlier. Didn't shoot any footage of that because it's just kind of enough fun to just drive our trucks around in the rocks and then let them drive a couple of my trucks as well. And we don't need the pressure of gates for 5-year-olds and 9-year-olds. It's not conducive to just having a good time, right? We were just having lunch and having a good time, and they brought their trucks and we crawled in the rocks and it was awesome. And then I'm shooting some gates afterwards. And I just, even though I blew off the course earlier, I reset the gates thinking the kids might want to use them. And then I realized it was too much. And I just kind of reset them how they were set in the other day. So I don't know if they're exact or not, or, if it's perfect or not near perfect or what. But I did measure them. I always bring the pencil out, and they're mainly 7, and I think I put a couple of 6-inch gates in there just to, some that were just straight on and fairly easy. And George the dog got after a couple of our gate markers thinking they were little balls out there because it took his ball away from him. That's all he wants to do. He's staring at a tennis ball over there in the corner. Can't really see him. He just gets fixated. He's a good boy, though. He's an interesting dog. So I think I tapped this gate coming through here. I should have been more onto the rock. And it was more on the wood. And I just, a little tire compression, squeezed it and pushed out the gate. So, gate. And I'm not really keeping track. I might go back and watch this myself and keep track, but I'm not going to try to do it while I'm editing in this voiceover right here. That would just be too much for me to handle. So, we'll just do it this way. And, I hope you enjoy it. So, what I'm trying to do is get the camera at the next gate, and so you have this sensation of like we had to go through that gate and then get turned and come way over here, and you'll see the next truck that goes through there when the blue FJ goes through. He gets a little better turn, and I have a little different camera angle, but you'll see it. This is these rocks aren't as easy as it looks, and in hindsight, things are going to change here. I know I've said it a bunch, but they definitely are, especially after watching the kids. And Jake, my brother-in-law, he's an amputee, so the way, he can't move around out in the middle of the rock. He can't walk out into the middle like we can. So it has to change. It's going to be trails. Has to be accessible for everyone. That's the whole idea in my head when I started it, was that it needs to be for someone, if they came in a wheelchair, they could have fun in this rock pile. So it needs to be trails more like, that are just a couple feet wide that go out towards the trees and have a circle back around, and we're going to need to get some little scale buildings built. There's a guy who builds dog houses around the corner. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll see. And I could just build some myself. I understand, what the measurement is to change the scale. So it's not that big of a deal. And it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Just build a small little building, a little wooden building with windows and doors, and it will look cool on the course. So, yeah. Kind of rough down in there. A different camera angle might have been more fun. So as I squeeze through here and come up, I actually move the camera by hand, which is something I rarely do, as you guys know. I don't have stabilization on this camera, but yeah, kind of weird, steep rocks, weird, throwing you into the wrong angle. That's why it took me so long to get through there. And you see in this right here where I'm just able to really get a good, hard right-hand turn initiated there. This truck being on portals, being a longer wheelbase, and having those gosh darn pine trees in there, I get a better turning radius. The pine trees just get better grip, so then overall you get a better turning radius because you get no slip off. And then so I was able to do this S pattern of turns to get over there with no backup to get to that gate. So that was pretty fun and fancy. And then this is just the 45 finishing up through that gate and trying to get set up to come around to the next one. You want to hook this rock right there. You want to get hooked in, but not you don't want it to flip you over. So be careful there. You just want to come around hard. But yeah, and then this, long wheelbase just creeps up in here, was able to just boo, 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 hey, boo, boo, what's going on? And didn't really have a fuss until the wheel really slides over way more than you realize right there. It's fully in the other angle. Ooh. Right? So, yeah, all good. Worked out. Cuckoo. Nice sliders there. Looking pretty sweet. I think this rig looks really clean with those black wheels. What do you guys think? I could run some perps on them. Derps. I have another set of pine trees showing up. I hope they come tomorrow. No mail today, obviously. Tomorrow or Wednesday, I think those will be in the mail. I think I have a tracking number. I have another order for something out, but I have a tracking number, but the post office just says, yeah, tracking number was created, so it hasn't been put in the mail. Bummer. Oh, well. Not building that this week. So, yeah. I don't know if I really like the way that this ended up coming out. In my mind, it would have come out a lot better. Here's the thing. If I could run the truck back to back in the gate and film it that way, then it would... it would flow a little bit better. But what I did is did an entire run, filmed it. And then I did an entire run with the other truck and filmed it. And then as I was loading it into my editing program, I had to skip through and decide which ones I wanted to put where. And I could obviously mix them back up, make a mix mash, but I kind of like where it is, and it just kind of flows, and I didn't really want to mess too much more with it. It was already another step that I don't normally do. But this is a sweet shot right here. Had to get the winch out, and this winch has too much elastic on it. I need to shorten it, make a shorter winch out of it. But I was coming up and over and didn't realize how very close I was to this rock. And it's actually like the squish of the tire is almost squishing out to it. But I'm actually, now the camera angle is messing with our mind. I'm actually out nice past it now. There's no way I can really hit it. I'm downhill of it, right? So, but I do need to pop off here because it's a big, giant truck filler hole there, or truck eater. And then, yeah, land flat and boom, boom, go down into the little waterfall section. I like to call that the waterfall. That is a beautiful, beautiful camera angle right there. And a great looking truck coming through. Grippy, grippy. And yeah. So, like I said, the way I'm shooting this is just different, or not. It's not the way I'm shooting it. It's the way that I had to edit it. Like I said, only having one GT5. Anybody have GT5s? They, a used one they want to sell me so that I could run 2 of these trucks at one time. I mean, I get it. They're like $60, and I will buy one soon, but I can't buy one now. So this is another one, almost the same exact kind of style of winch, where I keep coming too close to the gate. I don't think that unhook counts as a D winch. I never moved. So get the winch set. Give him some tension. Right. Get our controller in our hand, boom, boom, boom. And it's almost as if the winch tension, I mean, I barely started to move, and it was a nice enough hard tension that it brought me over. And I was just able to drive through that. So, George, checking his ball, making sure that it hasn't gone anywhere without him. Just waiting for someone to throw it. He's literally like frozen like a statue. He'll sit there until you throw it. Oh my goodness, the grind there on the rear diff coming down onto the helipad. Usually always does it. That rock's always grindable as you get grip once you hit the brick. This is a nice little gate right here. It's not super technical, but it's just boopity boop. And I don't know, if I touched it, I'd have to slow-mo that. Might have blown it there. Got a blue truck coming up to gate 6, I believe. That was just gate 5 they went through there. And man, oh man, she's a looker. Can't help but love it. And I could probably run a softer limiting strap in the front. I'm running like the medium length Goodies band. I run 3. I break my packages into like 3 sizes: the small, medium, and large rings, and this has the medium ring on it. So, yeah, kind of a weird grind through here because of the bark and the way that the tree has the saw cut in it. But yeah, so back to the GT5. If someone has a used one they want to sell me for, $40, I'd buy it. I think I can get a brand new one. I know I can get a brand new one for $70. I heard that they might be $60 right now. I could just look, but I don't know. So yeah, if somebody wants to sell one, I'd take it. Doesn't matter if it's all scratched up, beat up, it just needs to be able to bind to a truck or, a couple of trucks. But even if it just combined to one, I'll take it. And then that way I can shoot multiple brushless trucks. It works so much better to be able to run them all, have them all on and running and go. If you have to stop and change a battery and then restart the controller and the truck, every camera set, I can't imagine. Well, I mean, that's why movies take so long to make, because people do that, because they go through that kind of. So I had to make sure this gate, we were messing around earlier, and we probably kicked a bunch of stuff. Some stuff got moved. So made sure that gate was measured out, and that once again, that's just a natural, that's a carpenter's pencil. It's a 7-inch carpenter's pencil, people. It's so easy. Everybody has them. You can get them at the hardware store. They used to be free. My dad, I bet if I search, there's probably more of those, but that's one. I bet that pencil's older than most of the people that are watching this video. That business closed in the mid 90s. So that pencil was probably made in the late 80s. Printed with their logo on it and sat in a drawer. I've had it for a while because it was like keepsake. It sat in like a drafting table set that I had, and I have it out because I figured it out. It was exactly the right length for a measuring device, and it paid homage to my dad's business. So anyway, this is a really good shot of the rig coming through there, and what I really liked was how straight of a line I was able to hold through those rocks while getting to that point right there where you have to turn hard right into the gate. The other day I tried to come in and circle in and come in straight from a few feet behind where we're at now, and it just didn't work. And this is sketchy right there. I mean, you feel like you're just going to break yourself, but it's just a matter of not. I just turned too early. You need to get that tire up right there. That driver tire has to climb, and then it falls through a gap, and then you want it to climb that next corner. I was trying to do it without backing up, and then it's all good. Back up, get it to that corner, and then you're up, and then the rest of it will follow you. And then you could, get that tire down on that side, and then it's going to pop up. And then hard driver. Yeah, get the driver to climb. Oh, yeah, bring it around. And there we go. That is gate 8. And then so the green truck has to take, like boom, one hook right there. That was it. It's just a different route up into this. Just because of the way he started in there. So he had to go up, go right, then come hard left. And then I believe we're getting, and we're still just not in the right position. It's just you need to be more straight. But I think his tire hook's a little bit better. I don't remember. I think the driver tire ends up getting right in here where we want it. Maybe not. I know this is not an easy gate because right there just wanting to eat me. Oh, can't believe it. So get lined up. There we go. A little better line up. There it is. That wheel climbs. That tire climbs. You want driver tire to climb up in there so you can have it on that face. Right? Yeah, B. Koshner, those are the turd stickers. They're not a true TRD sticker. It's the the turd sticker. But from a little distance, gate. From a little distance, it looks really good. I like it. It really goes good with the white grill too. It's the font size is about correct. It covers the Toyota almost completely without even thinking about it. So, I did that instead of painting it. And then the blue rig coming right up through there, man. It's once again, hey, hats off to you, Tony at CCXRC. I really, and it wasn't that I didn't believe anybody about inserts. It's just that I hadn't tried them. And to think that, man, you got to pay $20 for tires, $35 or $40 for inserts, or $20 for them, $25 to $45 for rims with weights and a Widener kit or whatever. You're $120 into a 1.0 set of wheels at that point. So it boggles the mind a little bit when you start to think about it, and you think, oh well, I've gone from this foam to a non-stock foam that's a little smaller, invented a tire or what have you, and wow, that really works a lot better. I'm getting a lot better traction here, like and to scale, like how much traction is really good traction. And then you see a rig run in person, because the camera doesn't do it justice, right? The camera, we can be fooled with the camera, the angle, the way that it all plays out. Like we miss that initial slipping of the tire because it gets edited out or what have you. Nothing's perfect, and we're not trying to fool anybody here and say these. I mean, still these trucks. That's a continuous shot right there. That truck just did an amazing thing by coming up through that little crack line right there, and then continuing to be able to go right up an additional that flat. Blah, 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 like it's wheeling. That rig is out there really doing it, kids. So, super fun. But once you see one run with inserts in it, like it's on, like Donkey Kong, it's over. Like you can't even compete. You can't even you go, oh, well, these trucks don't have traction compared to that truck. So, it's pretty much, it's already in my head. I pretty much have to have them for all of my trucks or I'd lose my like it's just got to be the way to do it, because it makes it too nice. And it's not lack of having good tires. I have a bunch of different nice tires, and I'm with you, Tony, in the fact that you say scramblers for life. I love the tire size. I love the size, the fact that it's 19 millimeters or 20 millimeters wide, whatever it really is. It's a sweet, slender, interesting, patterned tire that would work in the real world on the rocks, but I like this tire too. I really like the look of the scale look of this tire. I think that's what the deal is with the scramblers. It's not that scale. Although, what are we really talking about? I mean, how many horsepower is a micro Komodo to scale? Right? Can someone do that math for me? I don't want that math done. Right? Like, so what does this equal? Is this like a LS with a twin turbo or a single turbo, or what is it, son? How many hearses are we powering here? Get her done, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, hey, I hope you enjoyed. Went faster than I thought. 23 minutes down. Like, subscribe, share, get out there, build a truck, drive a truck, have some fun RCing. Cardboard Crawlers, out.